I'll make a horizon line. Right about here. And if you have white paper, right about here. And I'm using a little squiggly line. It doesn't have to be straight. Then I'm going to add in these three little mountains. 1, 2, 3. So we're going to work from the background and then work forward. Okay. Next, I'm not going to make as many. But if you have this dark blue, use this dark blue to put in some really tall mountains in the background. Can you see that better? So I made these with black and then blue with this.
We can't really see the tall mountains.
You can't really see? Okay, I'll use my black for the tall mountains. They're just taller, pointier. They don't have to be just alike. Just random mountains in the background, way in the back. Then I'm going to go ahead and add this curve in here. You see it starts out thin and then it gets wider. Okay. All right. Next, I'm going to take my dark blue. Now I'm going to add in some shading. I'm going to pretend the light source is coming in. We'll say the sun is up here and it's hitting the mountains on this side. So it's going to cast a shadow on this side. So I'm just going to take the side of this and just, now mine just broke, so, but this is good. This is good. Use a little piece and hit the side of this. And it could be a little jagged here. Doesn't have to be straight. Okay. So just with the side.
Should we do it on the mountains?
Yes, blue on the mountains. And then I'm going to do the same thing with these three. So I'm going right up to this edge. Matter of fact, I'll just make it a little lighter on this side. When things are in the distance, they have a tendency to lose color and they lose a lot of definition. So you don't see a lot of detail in the mountains way in the back. You just see really the shape. And then as it gets closer to you, like these ones in the foreground, we're gonna put a little bit more color in these, okay? I like oil pastels because they blend really well.
Mine are not blending very well. I don't know about other people. How do you get yours blended so beautifully?
You're working on white paper, right?
Yes.
On white paper? Okay, so let's try it on the white paper, right here. Here. So I'm taking that dark blue, use the side of it. Yeah. Don't worry, we're gonna blend some other colors in inside of here. So far with this, same color. We're gonna blend in some more colors on top of this. Matter of fact, I'm gonna press even a little bit harder on the ones in the midground. Okay. And then on this one, I'll add in, and I'm making a little squiggly line. Just some water.
I'm pretty far behind.
Huh?
I'm pretty far behind.
Okay, I'll be patient. So I actually did it twice. Can you see? You can see it better with the white paper, huh? But I'll work on both. This is actually the color I'm going to use next, the light blue.
Miss Tarika,
Yes.
in our oil pastel palettes, we have like one blue. So what do you suggest we do to either make it darker or to make it lighter?
Okay, if you just have the dark blue.
We have like a medium blue, just blue. It looks
color?
like this. Nope, it's darker than that. It's like,
darker than that. Like this
Can you
blue?
see my camera? Yes, that's exactly what you have in your hand right there.
Okay. Then very lightly in the back, and we'll put white on top. So you can
Okay.
do this. Instead of, you know, rubbing really hard into it, just like I'm making a hint of the sky, and then we can take the white, and I'll do it on both papers so you can see.
Thank you.
Mhm. And we'll take the white. Let's see, where's my white? I've used it so much, it doesn't look like white anymore. Well, here's one. I'll break it in half. Don't worry if they break. Actually, I like to work in small pieces. And you know, you could tear the paper down on these. Just tear it off. You can break off a piece and just take the side. Ooh. And work into the background. In fact, we can make that a cloud. And I can do the same on the white paper, and it'll just blend. So just using the side of this, I just went right on in between there. And if you use the circular motion, you can make those clouds. And with the white paper, I just blended that in. So I'm gonna work on this some more, this background. Now in some parts you might hit that black right there, it's gonna turn gray, but you know, sometimes the clouds are gray too. So we can go over this, like I hit the gray, right, hit it right there, and it turned a little black. And then if I use my blue again, I can add a little bit more blue and go over it again with the white and use the circular motion to get some more color. Also, if you have like that, a pink, let me try it. Let me try it first. I got to make sure this is clean, so I'm gonna wipe this off. Take a piece of, yeah, this pink, and put a little pink on here. It'll be a sunrise. So I just took a little pink in between here. And then I'm gonna use my white again. So let me show you the pink. So I just put a hint of pink right there. Just a hint. And then I'm gonna use my white and just go on top of it. So that blends in really nice. Then I can experiment with that. You can put a little, maybe a little yellow in there if you want. Well, that's turning green. Okay, just maybe just a little hint there with the yellow. Okay, now if I add pink on over here with the blue paper, let's see, did I do that on the original? Oh yes, see, I used pink on this one. Just a little hint of pink. And I'm using the side of the pastel. I'm not pressing down really hard, just a little hint. And then I'm taking the white again and using a circular motion. So you can see this a little better.
And it seems really abstract, but it's kind of cool.
Yeah, well, yeah, it starts out that way. It starts out that way, and then we'll keep layering colors on here. So on the original one, we have these mounts. I didn't make as many, but on here we're going to use a little bit of purple. So you guys have this color? A little bit of purple. Move this guy over. So I'm going to take my purple and just blend it in. I'm blending it in over the blue too. It's going to push this mountain real back a little further. We're just laying down the foundation right now. The white's still showing through, which is good, which is cool. Going over to blue. So this is how it looks on the white paper. Now the mountains are starting to take shape. Now I'm going to try it with the blue paper. So I'm going to break this. Well, okay, let's see. This covers a lot of space when you use the side as opposed to, drawing with it like that. So I'm getting all this side. Come right over this, right over the blue too.
Story right now, Oakland Mayor Libby Schaaf is hitting back once again after President Trump compared Oakland to
What? What's cool about pastels, like you think you made a mistake or something, with the oil pastel, you can just draw over it and it'll disappear. Like I had a little mark here and now I just made it disappear. Also things in the background, like we're working with cool colors, like this is cool, your blues, your greens. I guess I got this one from my other set. So All these are your cool colors, and it makes things look further back. Way in the distance. Let's see. So you can see on the original one, so you see where I put the blue. And then this part right here. Well, here's that pink. I'm gonna take that a little bit of pink and just lightly on the edge. Real lightly on the edge. Let's see what happens. Okay. It blends well with that purple. Just a little bit. And maybe even a little touch of white. Where did my white disappear to? Oh, okay. Maybe just a little bit. Here on the edge now. So with the white, I'm not pressing down too hard, but all the little bumps along the way, now I can define it as we're going over the mountain here, a big mountain here. Just a little bit with the white. Just little parts on there, just a little bit. Okay. Yeah. See this one a little better. So on this part, I'm going kind of over just this way like this. Maybe here, maybe there. With a little bit of white. And let's see, with the white paper, same thing. It helps blend this color in now. Just a little bit. Okay. Now, I think we're ready for, well, let me know, for these mountains right here. And for these, we're gonna start out with your brown. And let's see, we have this color. It's like a mustard. We're gonna use these two colors and maybe a little yellow for that part. So I'm gonna start with my dark brown, and I'm just gonna really lightly go over where I have the blue. I'm gonna carry this all the way over. Same thing on the next one. So this is with my brown. I don't overlap shapes. So I'm gonna do the same on the one with the white paper, using the side. So I'm going right over blue, which makes it look a little darker brown, and lighter over this part. And on each of the mountains. Mhm. Now we're going to start layering that color. I'm going to use this color, box, this color. Whoops. It's like a mustard color. Wrap it. I'm going to break mine in half. Now I'm going to go over right on top of the brown, right in the front part where the light is hitting, on the left side. And starting right there in the middle. See, let's see the original. And with the white paper, the same thing. You can take the same color. I'm going to add a little bit to the ground right here. It's the same color, but look how much it looks different from when I added this color over the blue, and now it's by itself right here. So we're just filling in some ground right here. And the same with this one. It's gonna look a little different. Now I'm not trying to cover all the blue. I wanted to, you know, to show through.
Yo.
Huh?
What up?
Okay. Starting to take shape. So that to bring out these mountains here, we're gonna do a couple of things. I'm gonna take my orange. Got a little bit of orange. It's kind of a light orange. And real light on top here. Let's see, the orange is not working too well. Let's see. Oh, you guys have this kind of pink color? It's a light pink color. Try this. Oh, there we go. Real light. Let's see if it works on this side. Oh, yeah. Oh, I like how that's blending in. So I'm taking this kind of peach colored and working it in right here. Okay. Whoop, that just broke. Then I think I'll also take a little, just a little bit of white. Just a hint of the white to make this pull out some more. Just right on the edge. I'm really pressing down now. It's really blending in now. And I can always go back and, like with my dark brown, if I added too much in there, I can always make it darker in spots. So I'm gonna do the same with this side. I'm gonna try this orange on here. Well, let's see. Let me go ahead and move this over a little bit. And try the white. Just right on the edge. This is bringing this forward a little bit. Right on the edge. You see how that's bringing it out? This is still pushed way back, and now we have this layer of mountains. which are more rolly. Okay. So I put the white right on the edge, just right on the edge. We're halfway there. Next, if you notice on here, we added some small trees, and they're way off in the distance. So let's see. I'm going to use, we have a dark green. Let's see how this works. We'll see. This will show up here. Oh yeah. You know, I think I'll just make a line of trees. So they're almost like triangle shaped. So I'm going to go across here with this dark green color. Okay. And I'm just going back and forth like that. On the horizon line. Okay. Matter of fact, there might be, if I blended it in with here, I can put a couple just really lightly up, going up the mountain too. But it still looks like it's in the distance. I'll give it a little color back here. Just a little shape. Trees in the background. And then line of trees. So now I think I'll take my, well, let me show you this. Some little trees here, some on a mountain. So line of trees right on the horizon line we made. Now I'm going to try that on the white paper. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Use some little trees. These ones are going to be a little smaller because they're even further away in the distance on these mountains here. A little bit of color there. So I'm just going up and down with this. Up and down, and then a little back and forth, making a little triangle shape. Up and down. Maybe there's some trees right here. There. Way in the distance. These may be a little taller here. Okay. Mhm. I can also take this same green and just in, you know, little pockets here and there. Let's put some green on that landscape. Just here and there. And we're working into the foreground. Just here and there, little spots here, little spots there. Mhm. Just a little bit here and there. Mhm. I can take this kind of, let's see, let's see how this orange works now on this part right here. Very lightly, just a little closer to me now. We're almost ready to put our trees in. Now this water, you can either make this a path or water. So I'm gonna go back and get that dark blue. But instead of circular, I'm gonna make it so it's flowing this way. So my lines are kind of curving around here. Starting out small here, and then it's just coming around the mountain. So I'll show you this so you can see it a little better. So these are just coming around. Really, this is far away, then it gets wider and wider, and around here. Now you can also take, like if you have a tissue or your finger, you can also take this and smudge it. So I just smudged this part using the tissue. I keep getting these little ads, spam popping up. Okay, there we go. I'll try it on this one. Just blend that part in. I need some more blue. I need more blue on this part. Now to make this part more like, to give this a little edge, like this is flowing in. Let's see, I'm gonna take my black and a dark brown. And then I'm gonna go back and just make this side right here just a little darker. Just a little darker. And we'll smudge this in. Then I'm gonna add a little brown right to the edge. Okay, on this one, I'll make this side a little darker right here. And if you lose your trees, you can just take your black, and I'm gonna just add in a little bit of the trunk of the tree, just a little bit. So this gives it a little bit more dimension right here. And then I just added in the trunk of the tree. You still can't see a lot of detail way in the background, but I'm gonna take my dark green and just go over it just a little bit. So make them come out a little bit more. Oh, I should do that on this one too. So just a little bit of the trunk of the trees. They have a little bit more definition than the ones up here. And then I'm gonna go back and forth here. So I just added in like the trunk of the tree, just a vertical line, and then just go back over it. So that's gonna make it darken it up a little bit. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? We're almost finished. Almost. I'm going to show you something really cool. Are you guys here on this part? Yes?
Yep.
Oh, okay. So what I'm going to do with my dark blue, I'm going to cast a shadow of these trees right here. Just take it in, just go like that. A little shadow. Wow, it makes that appear like this mountain is going down, huh? And this one is going up. So we can emphasize this part even more over here. I'll wait a minute for you guys to do that. I'm gonna draw out the shadows on this one right now. So I'm just flicking my wrist this way. And just go forward. My keys, and I got some shadows. Now I want to bring this side up a little more. I want to put a little bit more highlight on this side so it comes forward, and it's like it's we're standing here and we're looking down. And so I'm gonna take, let's see, any light color. I'm gonna try this orange, this pink. Oh, that's the green. The green, light green. This orange and pink, and just see what happens. Let's see with this pink. Let's see what happens, because it's gonna make it change color. Woo! It makes it really start to stand out now. So now I'm using these warm colors. And let's see, this one right here, this kind of pinkish. Maybe a spot here, a spot there. Maybe a little light green. So I'm blending this together. Or maybe over here, just on the edge with my light green. And let's see how it works on the white paper. Oh yeah. And then it's kind of orange. Add this in here. So now this really stands out. Then I'm going to try a little white. Really just lightly on top, maybe here. And what we can do with the water, I'll just put in some little tiny lines going around like this. So this is water going around here. So the white or the pink brings this part out. And maybe a little bit along here. And then I just put some little touches, if you can see it, right on top of the water. So now it looks more like water. And on this one, it's a little different because it has the white background, but you can really blend this in, like I'm after working really hard on this part. I mean, you know, pressing down a little harder on this part. We're almost finished. We're gonna add in a tree right in the foreground. So like this, we'll add this tree in. And maybe one over here, and we'll see it, let's see. Okay, let's see. Before I start that, I wanna maybe add in a couple more little things to the background here. You guys ready for the big tree? This is the part like, oh, I don't want to mess it up. Let me move this one over. Okay, I'll start out with this one first. I want this right in front of me so I can see what I'm doing. So I'm gonna use my black, so it really comes out really good. You ready? Uh-huh. I keep getting the spam popping up. Okay, here we go. It's gonna be a Y. Y. Oops. You guys see my Y? A Y. Then I'm gonna add on to the Y. Another Y. Another Y. Another Y. They get a little thinner, maybe, okay, another Y. Another Y. Another Y. So I'm just adding on. One right here, and another Y. And they're not straight line, they're kind of squiggly. They're squiggly. Then I'm gonna make the trunk a little wider. So I just took the side and made it a little wider. Now what I'm gonna do is take my brown and go over this with the brown. Mhm. Mostly to the right of the branch that I made. Mostly to the white, so the other part looks like it's in shadow. So right here, right on the edge. You see, I'm just kind of inching along like that, right on the edge. Right on the edge with my dark brown.
What's in the package? Girl. You made that?
And here we go. I'm using my brown right on the edge. Whoops, it broke. You can blend it too. As a matter of fact, when I get down to the trunk, I'm just gonna go back and forth, so I have a nice trunk in the foreground. Okay. Yep. I'm gonna go back with I have a dark blue in here someplace. Where'd my dark blue go? Oh. Add in that shadow. Add the bottom. Nice thick shadow. You see that shadow? Then I'm gonna go back and take my white. Let's see, I'm gonna take my white. And then right on the edge of the tree, and it doesn't have to be everywhere. Just give it some highlight on the edge of the tree. I can go back over this with my browns. Right on the edge. I'm gonna follow this up on my branches just a little bit. Now this really pushes this out in front of the background, the foreground. Okay, right on the edge. And what you could do to emphasize that this is a curved shape, a cylinder, you could put a couple of lines going around the trunk of the tree. Yeah. Maybe here, maybe there. Doesn't have to be everywhere, just to give the idea that this branch is curvy. And then you can add some more orange in there, or taking a brown. Okay. We're almost finished with this guy.
Yeah, that's amazing. Believe it or not, it's 4:45 already.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, last thing with this then, I just took the orange and I just pressed down, and you guys can finish it up like you want, and add just like this. I just added a little, just sparsely throughout. You can also add some leaves if you want. You can add another tree like this in the background. And then because this is in the foreground, just flick your wrist and you can add in some grass. Okay. So it really makes it look like you're up here, or you can actually carry this down. I think carry this down off the picture frame. Okay. Well, I'll leave this alone before I start messing up.